As we open up today's episode, we have our first commit here in Javonte Willingham. He's one of the two main DTs we've been going after. DTs have been a struggle for us this year, so already a huge start. But unfortunately, we did miss out on our top DT target, but getting one is fantastic. On top of that, we're also doing really well for our other defensive lineman here in Rashawn Bynum. We are really the only one going after him. On the offensive side, we're doing really well, top for everyone that we are currently going after. And with the play that we've seen from both the offensive line and the defensive line, well, those recruits could be really big for us. On top of that, we've also changed up the offense even more, following what I would say is a breakout game here of Justin Lamson. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He's the only quarterback for us who is not redshirted to not throw an interception. But essentially what we have done is created a customized playbook, which is, I would say, a more college version of a pro offense. So taking the historic Stanford way of playing football and just trying to modernize it a little bit to help us with our current offensive line. Defensively, we've been running a 4-3, and I am considering changing us to a 4-2-5. So I always have 4 offensive linemen, 2 linebackers, and 5 DBs in a spread style that is typical here in college. That might be something good to move forward with, but I'm still toying with that. What I am not toying with is the quarterback spot. Justin Lamson, out of what he did last week, has earned the pure starting spot coming into this next game. Now, does that mean that Daniels and Jackson aren't going to see the field? Doesn't 100% mean that. They might still, because we have no idea if Lamson can continue his success. And on top of that, A.O. Manor being our leading receiver now, we need to see him continue that, as well as some really good tight end play. Roush is a really good tight end. We need to get him involved. He will help out this offense. So as we finally return home from a long stretch of across the U.S. play, we host Virginia Tech. And it is so good to be back here in Palo Alto, though, as we see the team heading on out in the tunnel. Well, the rough start for us is showing. That dynamic crowd has not shown up today, but hopefully we can start to bring them back with good play, a new style offense, and hopefully some guys on defense ready to make some plays. Virginia Tech 3-2, 1-0 in conference. Meanwhile, we are still looking for our first overall win. So let's get this one underway. As the kick is off, we are set back to return, and it will be a touchback. Offense will start at the 25. A.O. Manor coming off of one of his better performances, and now we have an entirely shaken up offensive line as well. So hopefully everyone is ready to get this thing going, as Irvin takes the power stretch almost, turns it in to a short gain. 2nd and 8, back to the running game and trying to get to the outside. Great tackle there from Jones. But for the first time today, Lamson will drop back to pass. He's got an open target, though not enough time to throw it. A quick 3 and out. Not what we were looking to open up today. Gonna have to rely on our defense, as there's a good wide receiver matchup to keep an eye out on today. They'll, though, start with a run, finding a lane, getting a nice juke, juking again by the safety. It's gonna be right or the end zone, trying to find an angle, and he will finally push him out inside the 15. Seems like the Cards picking up right where we left off. 1st and 10, a little bit of some read option. He finds a lane. It's a touchdown for now, but there is a flag back in the backfield, and this one is coming back. We'll end up getting bailed out there. 1st and 15. They go back to the run. We missed the tackle, though. Wright will come in for it. So far, the only one to make plays for the defense, as it's 2nd and 12. They go 2 spread to both sides. Though still looking for the running game. Down the middle, trucking through Sinclair, and will make it a 1st down at the 1. There was talk about coach shaking up the defensive line. No changes made heading into this one, and maybe they should. Virginia Tech ground and pound the whole way. Ends their first drive in a touchdown. Let's hope our offense ready to play then as we start once again at the 25. We've got an RPO dialed up here, and we will swing it out to Farrell. Get a block there from Tiger Bachmeier. First down, gain of about 12. That's going to be the main new addition here. A lot more RPOs in hopes to get the passing and running game going a little bit more smoothly. Helps out there as Irvin picks up 6 on first. Looking for some slants on the following play. Throwing it out late. He finds Manor, who can't stay in bounds, but it is a first down. His drive already moving much more smoothly compared to the first, as it's a rollout pass here for Lamson, trying to find somewhere to go. Everyone covered. He will get back to the line, but that is it. That's the one downside to Lamson compared to Daniels. Just doesn't quite have the same amount of speed. RPO going with the stretch. Turn it up and get 4. Headed into this year, Irvin looked like he was posed for a breakout year. Haven't seen the offensive line quite open things up for him. As here comes the pass rush again. It's a sack fumble. Virginia Tech scoops. And unless Roush gets the tackle, which you will, it will not be a scoop and score. But it does set up the Virginia Tech offense inside the 30. That just seems to be the case this year. Every time we seem to be moving offensively, we hit a massive road bump. Another turnover as the RPO, actually read option, goes to the quarterback. Can't stay in bounds. End up limiting that one to just a gain of 5, though could have been much worse. Empty set here on 2nd and 5, as it will be worse here. Diving, crossing the plane. 2 quick touchdowns early in this one. And the crowd, not too happy. If we're to get them back into this one, we've got to remind them what Stanford football is all about. How about the Maryland eye here? 2 fullbacks, 2 tight ends. A little bit of some ground and pound work as Irvin busts through the gap and will pick up 8. Honestly, one of his better runs in quite some time. 2nd and 2. Look for a little play action off of it. See if we can find someone to dump this one off to. How about Roush? Going to pick up that first down, get these tight ends going. Of course, he coming off a really good game, a big reason that Lamson kind of had his breakout. Look to continue that here. Farrell in motion. He's going to take the jet sweep. Try to get that speed to the outside, which we will. Gets a nice juke on the safety. Tack on an extra 4. Got to be able to use that athleticism we have out there. As we'll go with an RPO again. Get a leak to the outside with a gain of 3. Honestly, with the inconsistency we have in the running game, that play probably just as good. 2nd and 7. Keep with the same look. Swing it out quickly. Not quick enough. It'll be an incomplete pass that sends us to the end of the first quarter. With a scoreline of 14-0. Not the worst we've seen, though. A 3rd and 7 to get us started here as they hand it off. It goes nowhere. I can only imagine from Coach Bearington that he was just ready to go for it on 4th no matter what. Changing up a look here to spread either side. As once again they look for Farrell. High ball gets tipped and picked off. There goes the first interception for Lamson. Quite unfortunate for him as it really wasn't his fault. Receiver should have held on to that one. But it's Virginia Tech back on offense as the running has just gashed this front 7. I'm sure Coach looking forward to getting that new DT recruit out here as he's supposed to be a pretty solid run stopper. We'll see if that actually remains true as it is a struggle to get these tackles. The running backs here for Virginia Tech refusing to go down, though. There's a good stop from the D-line. Actually give that tackle to Galvin, the linebacker, as it is an empty set here, 3rd and 6. Defense changes it just in time for a throw to the outside and a tackle in front of the line to gain. With it only being inches, Virginia Tech keeps their offense out there. At the 34, they will hand it off, and there's a stop in the backfield. Sinclair got their first. Labor cleans it up. Good thing for Lamson, the pick does not end up coming back to hurt us. As the offense right back on out, looking for some running lanes. They just are not opening up. Might need to try to air the ball out a little bit more here to try to open up those running lanes, as they expect it just about every time. Get this one out to Unger, who will pick up about 5. Though with a 3rd and 6, gonna have to extend that here. Another play action rolling to the left side. Tight end does break open. Putting it on it is Roush. Cuts underneath Manor. Nice gain inside the opposite 35. Tight ends over the years have been big for Stanford. Hoping we have another one here. A lot of guys who are really close. We just need a few more things to align as the lane opened up their gain of 5. Cedric Irvin only 1 touchdown though on the year, waiting for some more to pop off. As we do have that second 5, we go to a play action. Get this one out, not quick enough. That just seems to keep being the case here for the offense. Not quite good enough. As we look for the halfback screen, Irvin can't even get by his own offensive line. And it will be the field goal unit headed out, though a new kicker. It is not Kenny, it's the punter heading out here. Will he actually make the first field goal? He will. First one on the year. Doesn't even come from the kicker of the team. It comes from the punter. I guess when Coach Bearington said that he needs anyone and everyone to step up, well, that will do. Now we need the defense too, as Sinclair with a nice tackle at the line. Tutton already closing in on 100 yards rushing, so that is a big stop. Though he gets by Sinclair that time. Bad attempt. Good thing Labor there to help get the stop. But as we move inside the 2-minute warning, they spread empty. A lot of power run, then dropping to a shotgun look, and it gets picked off by Edwards. Huge play for us as we will move it up to around midfield. He's the only other guy to get a pick from that safety spot. Ramos and Wright from the corner. He has the crowd fired up as the offense heading back out, an opportunity to once again narrow this deficit. 14-3 as we get started. A little bit more of some play action. Looking for a pass to throw out of a sack. So far, can't really say the offensive line shakeup has really helped out at all. 2nd and 10. It's a swing out to Alik, who's got some green grass down the sideline and pushed out around the 35. That just might need to be how we get him involved. Some artificial formations as they try to set up the screen. Couldn't even get that one off. Honestly, they might just have to ditch play action in general. Has not worked, as they will get Ayomanor involved here again on a screen attempt, picking up 7. But with another 3rd down facing us, keeping with the same look, 2 receivers to the left as they set up a draw. Irvin, who will power through the DT, but it's a timeout from the Hokies as it is called 4th and inches. Even at home, the Cardinal not getting the favorable spot, though they keep the offense out there. They hand this one off to Unger, and he will pick up that 1st down. With a little over a minute left here, it's once again the Maryland eye for the Cardinal offense as they go back to the play action. Rolling, they're trying to find someone open, and it's thrown and dropped. Some tight coverage across the board there. So 2nd and 10 as we approach the minute mark here. Looking for another pass. Gonna swing this one out to Irvin, who has some green grass yet again. Close to the 1st down. They will mark it 3rd and 1. 1st down the priority here for the offense, as it's more like half a yard. Irvin, he takes the handoff and will be stopped again with a 4th and inches. And once again, Coach Bearington keeps his offense out there. It's a goal line set. As they hand this one back off to Unger, he gets stuck on his own teammate, and they do give him the 1st down. Oh, gotta say that one extremely close. We got some press coverage on the outside here with an RPO dialed up. They will hand it off Irvin, and it's just quick moving here for this Virginia Tech defense. They are flying around. Under 30 seconds left. They stick with a pistol diamond set. A little bit more play action as they roll. They got 2 guys here. They will find Roush, but he doesn't find really any game. On 3rd and 7, they change up the look, coming out with the pistol strong doubles. No tight end out there. Hard count, trying to find a lane. Delays the throw, and he throws it straight to the defender with maybe just Irvin there to get the stop. Kind of overruns it. He'll have to peel back. We'll push him out with 8 seconds left. And yet again, a perfect opportunity for points literally thrown away. Now we just got to hope the defense can not give up any points here before half. As it's a spread empty look, it is tipped away by Edwards. And they'll end up sending out the field goal kicker here. Kicking this one from the 51. It's a 61-yarder. He's got the power. And no indication. There is a flag down, and we ran into the kicker. Could prove to be extremely costly as that actually moves them up inside the 30. Taking a whole lot off of this kick, and this time it's down the middle. So as halftime arrives, Cardinal just continue to shoot themselves in the foot here. They keep having opportunity, but it's their own mistakes that are limiting them. As we get the second half underway, it's going to be the Virginia Tech offense out on the field here. We really need our defense to make some plays, as Tutton keeps going off on us. Man coverage there way too light. Need a lot more press here from our defense. We've got to make some plays. As we get sucked in on the play action, they throw downfield, and Wright will have another. That is now 3 total picks on the season. One of the highest overalls on this team, showing the reason why. As the offense heads out thereafter, it is Ashton Daniels back in at quarterback. Seems like we're still going to see a rotation at that spot. Irvin, he takes the handoff to the outside. He breaks one, then gets smacked. No gain. We did catch up with Coach Bearington heading into halftime, and he did say there would be a quarterback change. Seems like he just wants to get a little bit more speed out there. As Roush, he gets the quick drag, turn it up, first down. Again, with this running game going nowhere, need the passing game to help open it up. As we barely get into plus territory here, Bachmeier in a quick motion, once again going back out to Roush. Oh, just check that, it's Unger who drags the DT for the first. Beating the tight ends pretty heavily here early on, as it's a screen pass, not jumped. So Strong came very close to doing so. Needed a better block there from Farrell. If he got it, there would have been some room to run, as there's some room to run here on the pass to Bachmeier. Does not get the block downfield from Farrell. We might need to work on that. But Daniels, in his first drive, he's got the offense down inside the red zone. Hard count. As he looks for the pass, he ends up rolling out, looking for his target. Tiger Bachmeier drops it. Last week in the rain, he dropped a fair few amount of targets. We've got a lot of young receivers here we are relying on, and their hands have not been all too reliable. Great stop, 52. Looked like there was going to be a cutback lane there from Irvin. Denied. 3rd and 13, hard count there from Daniels, as he will look for Ayomanor, gets the catch, and they will give us that first. We did not get those calls in the first half. 1st and goal, back to Unger, and it will be the fullback touchdown, though technically tight end, which maybe will help with that recruit. We finally get our first touchdown in this one, make it 17-10. Now let's just hope the defense uses that momentum to help continue the strong play. Got the interception last time. They start with a run. Tutton with a good cutback lane. Gonna be another first down rush. He's already over 100 on the day, 114 rushing, and they've handed off to a few fair amounts of running backs. Ramos comes in here on the slot blitz, helps pick up the stop. No gain. 2nd and 10. Keep with a stretch look here, but they keep going with the handoffs. Draw, eaten up this time. Blitz is working out here, bringing up a 3rd and 12. Now just need to make sure we get off the field. They go 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Looking to pass the ball. They got the dump off here to Tutton. He gets by Sinclair, but Tafiti and Ramos will get the stop. It will be a punt. Now can the offense just keep on building, starting at the 36 with a not too good punt. It is Daniels keeping the read option. He gets clotheslined from the weak side. Luckily, he's able to bounce on up. Big hit there provided from one of the linebackers here. As they look for the tight end screen, get a couple blockers out in front. There goes Roush, gonna power through, picking up that first down. There's a good little bit of Stanford football there. Tight end screens, they love them here. They've helped them a lot throughout their time. Looking for a quick pass here, back out to a tight end. Unger this time, had the fullback dive touchdown. Perhaps the new idea is to try to suck down the defense, then try to get them over the top. As they look for a roll here, going back to the tight end with a little window, it's Roush with a nice grab. And that will bring us to the 4th quarter. Offense starting to move, defense picking up some stops. It's a 1st and 10. As we look for the RPO, get this one out to Farrell, who will just about pick up that first down. He had a stretch of 3 games with a touchdown this year. That ended last week. I'm sure he would love to get back on the board. As they look for a toss out to Bachmeier, and it's tipped away. Do like the attempt there, though, from Daniels. had the read option available, decided to take the pop shot. 2nd and 10, back to the running game, and Irvin still being denied. Stanford have had many great running backs. Well, right now they're struggling to even get one moving slightly. As they bring Tiger in motion, they look for him here on the drag. He's got a lane towards the end zone, and Stanford has tied the game in the 4th quarter. Ashton Daniels now comes in, providing the spark to the offense. No quarterback has been able to hold on to QB1. And with all momentum on the side of the home team, can they get another stop and try to take a lead? Well, they start with another run, and it's starting to get eaten up back there. Tafiti, the first one to arrive. And with 2nd and 14, they go spread empty. Trying to get the passing game going, or instead, they go with a jet sweep, try to get Tatum involved in a different way. He finds a lane. He's making things work. Well, they've had a couple successful running backs in this one. It really has been 33 with a ground and pound game, as it's a great play from Sinclair, blows it up. It's Abar to clean it up, and that's another stop from the Cardinal defense. With the continued success, it's looking good here for the home squad. Just got to make sure we clean things up and finish strong. Tiger Bachmeier, he takes the RPO. Start us off with a gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Tiger in motion here for a quick little bit. Dumping it off to the tight end, Unger, who will slip and pick up the first down out at the 43. Offense catching their groove here late. Got another option here for the receiver screen, and we will find it. The couple blockers out in front. Alik Ayomanor with a nice juke. Gets a stiff arm, shoves the man into the grass, as it is actually grass here at the Cardinal field. This time sticking with a handoff. Irvin, he slips a couple, he slips another, he slips himself, and he picks up 8. Eventually, all those RPOs going to the outside will open up the running game. That's what we need. 2nd and 2. Back to Irvin. And no gain. Gotta just keep fighting with it. Eventually, one of these will pop off for Irvin. They're going back to the RPO. Swinging it out for Farrell, who slips the tackle, and he dives in. It's a Cardinal lead. Late on in this game, they have fought back. Ashton Daniels coming in and showing why he started the year as QB1. Will Coach Bearington keep him at that spot? Only time will tell. Well, it's great to celebrate taking the lead here. Well, we still have work to do. 2:36, 3 timeouts for Virginia Tech as they get the quick pass once again to 33. Has anyone else touched the ball today? With time running out here, I'm sure they will start to spread it out a little bit as they spread it out here with an empty set, but it's still back to 33. I think we might just need to double man this guy here, because he just keeps finding all the space. So linebackers, you know what you got to do. Stop Tatum, as we will have double man on him here. Instead, they go to their tight end, who hurdles the safety. They're down inside the 30. And as we hit the 2-minute warning, need to make a correction. Keep calling him Tatum. It's Tutton, like the Egyptian prince, if I'm not mistaken, or King Pharaoh, that's the word. Either way, he's been making some big plays. Now they are starting to spread it out. We need to make sure we're still making our plays. 2nd and 5. As we send the blitz, it's a sack from Sinclair. Right down the middle on the double A-gap blitz. If you time those up well, they work to perfection. 3rd and 11. It's 4-down territory here, though, for the Hokies, as they'll look to pass here with a seam wide open, slipping the tackle and leveling this game. Defense stopped them for so long, but late on here, they give it up. With 1:21, we've got 3 timeouts. We got to find a way at least into field goal range. As it starts with Ayomanor in motion. A little bit of some play action, taking a shot downfield is Bachmeier, tipped away. Expect coach to try to take a pop shot there early, and then probably get back to their typical game here, as they got their tight end in motion in the backfield. Looking for a play action rollout. They got Roush towards the sideline, underthrown. Really needed to get that one out earlier. 3rd and 10, make it 3rd and 15. Irvin moves early. Not like a 3rd and 10 would have been difficult enough. Now it's Daniels spread empty. He got 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now would be a great time for A.O. Manor to get a step on the corner. Beautiful pass, and this one is a foot race. 10-5 diving. A.O. Manor gives us back the lead. One of the top wide receivers in the country finally pops off for the big play we need of him. And with 59 seconds, it goes back over to our defense to try to get the big play we need, as it instead is wide open to the tight end, and they are already into plus territory. They call their second to last timeout. They have one more remaining, 53 seconds to make something happen here. Trying to find the leveler once again. Tafiti with a little rush, though it's thrown out, and it is caught. Manley did not do much there to defend it. 2nd and 10. As they'll continue with the passing game across the middle. Big hit, though, held on to. Haven't done great at knocking out passes this year. Quick throw will find the first down, and their final timeout call. A couple big plays here from the defense could seal this one as they pick up the blitz. A lane opens, but a great tackle there. Potential touchdown saving tackle from Abar. They'll check this one into the grass, leaving a 3rd and 12. Just a couple plays away from our first win on the season. Good blocking downfield, and Wright gives up the touchdown in the back of the end zone. A perfect throw to Lane. Even a better catch. And with the extra point, they will make it 31-31. This one looks like it is destined for overtime, unless we can make something happen with 15 seconds. And with a new field goal kicker, not sure exactly what the range is either. We do have 3 timeouts. Ashton Daniels, can he make anything more happen here? Well, that throw is headed towards the sideline, and it will land down the sideline. With 9 seconds now, you can maybe get one shot into field goal range. Otherwise, you're looking at maybe 2 pop shots towards the end zone. Bachmeier looks like he has a step. He gets the catch. No, he dropped it. That potentially could have been range. Instead, 4 seconds left. This will be the final play of regulation. As once again, we just gotta hope that someone can make a play. It's out for A.O. Manor and tipped away. Overtime it will be. This one completely flipped in the second half. 4th quarter, late on with a couple minutes left, really started to go back and forth, and it'll come down to whoever can make the last final play. And with us winning the toss, we will start on defense. If we get the stop, well, we know exactly what we need. But it's been Tutton with a lot of good play today. They start off with him, expected nothing else but that. He picks up a gain of 5. They keep with a spread look, though. They've done that several times today while still keeping with a run. We get Sinclair with a big hit in on the quarterback. Pass barely makes it by the line, and it is 3rd and 5. They got trips to the right-hand side. Will look to pass. Swing it out to Tutton. He spins off the tackle, gets chopped down at the 6. And we force a mistake, though, here from the Hokie offense. While they continue rushing it, once again, Tutton gets to the outside but goes nowhere. You can credit that one actually as a loss on the play. So 2nd and goal now at the 8. They send the receivers to the left-hand side, looking to pass with a quick throw. It is caught by 12, but shy of the end zone. 3rd and goal. As they motion over their tight end to the right-hand side, expect to run to that side, and indeed they do. And a great stop coming down by Brandel. He has not seen much playing time today, but that is a potential game-saving play. Field goal unit out here to take a lead, and indeed they will. So as our offense heads on out, a touchdown walks this game off. Field goal sends it into a second overtime. It's the Maryland Eye, as Irvin looks for some lanes, and he will find 3. Though for being honest, it was the passing game that got us back into this one. 2nd and 7. Look to get back to it, as it's a nice blitz pickup. Daniels will slide down, picking up the first down. Smart play there from the redshirt junior. As it's an RPO, they do hand it off. Irvin will get by the first line of defense, not by the second. That's been the case on most of the runs today that haven't Been stopped in the backfield. 2nd and 7. Hard count from Daniels. A little bit of some play action. And he's got to get rid of this one. Well, 3rd and 7. They change up the look here. Coming out in a pistol double set. Got to find somewhere to go. How about to the outside? It's a little too far to the outside, and it's a 4th and 1. Well, you could risk trying to go for it here. You got to make sure you keep this game going. A timeout called by the Hokies. Trying to ice the punter here. As the kick is up, barely sneaks that one in. Too close for comfort. But we head into overtime 2. Offense, we need a touchdown. So as once again we start at the 25. It's to the same set we finished in. Looking to set up a halfback screen. This time we do actually get it out. It's Irvin. Not going to get into a juke there, but does pick up the first. And with that, once again, changing up the look here as we go to the pistol. Well, it's an RPO, and Irvin slammed down, loss of 5. Great play there from the DT. Blew that one up immediately. 2nd and 15, Farrell in motion. He takes the jet sweep, a little bit of that speed to try to find the corner, and he will turn it up, making it 3rd and 7. Once again, Cardinals sitting in a very similar spot to where they were just a few plays ago. Did not get the first down. As Daniels, he looks to scramble. He bounces this one to the outside, and he is short again by about half a yard. The coach says, hey, we went for it last time. Let's try to get it done this time. Game on the lines here. 4th and 1. Unger powers into the end zone. We were just looking for a first. How about a touchdown? Now we will have to still go for 2. That is not to take away from the big play there from the tight end / fullback, as it is an RPO dialed up here. Get it out to Farrell. It's a decent block from Tiger. A better play from the corner. As it will go over to Virginia Tech. They need a touchdown and a 2-point try. Now, do they stick with the same scheme, just handing it off? Well, they do pass across the middle. A great play from Labor. That's just first down. Do we expect them to stick with the same here on 2nd or go back to him? No, they do stick with the pass. Still getting it out to Tutton, and he will pick up the first down. One thing that would be great here late on is a little bit more pass rush. Haven't seen much of it today. It's another empty set here as they will look to pass. Perfect blocking, sets it up, and it's a touchdown yet again. Now the 2-point try. Do they hand it off? Do they throw it? 40-40 here in overtime 2. They do hand it off, and it is Tutton to win the game. Virginia Tech in overtime picks up the win. We had it right there several times. We still keep missing out on some opportunities, but the offense finally showed up in that second half. Defense made some plays, but ultimately we still have some work to do as we drop yet another. And that one hurts. We had 440 offensive yards. We put up 21 points in the 4th quarter, but ultimately, mistakes that were made prior, mistakes that were made in the overtime, we lost that one. And still we have a battle here at quarterback. Daniels came in 3 touchdowns, no picks. That's great. Lamson, no touchdowns, 2 picks. So I think it's going to change again going into next week. Daniels, he played extremely well. He provides us a little bit more mobility in the pocket, and I think we definitely need that. As for Irvin, the running game has just been horrific. Blocking to be the reason why. Shaking it up, put the best run blockers down the middle, and really didn't see any improvement from this game to the previous game. So it either is going to have to come down to tweaking the gameplay sliders to try to balance the trenches, or we just need to do a lot of recruiting. We'll find that out and kind of tweak that as we go. A.O. Manor, fantastic game. Kept us in it in the 4th quarter, 156 yards, 1 touchdown. That's exactly what we need. But the tight ends as well got heavily involved in this game. Roush, 75 yards. We also have the rushing touchdown from Unger, though it doesn't actually have that listed here, so that is interesting. And I'm pretty sure we also had another tight end make a couple plays, but his stats aren't showing up either, so it seems like stats are just weird here. Only 1 sack technically given up. Levi Rogers. Defense, they made some plays. We forced some turnovers in this game, Edwards and Wright. But with this game, despite there being a loss, there is a silver lining. With that heavy tight end usage we have seen, not only has it helped our offense, it's helping in recruiting as Mateo Reverend has reopened up discussions with us, and we are still well atop here. No one else has gone after him. So we're looking really good here. He's a possession tight end, which means he's going to help a little bit with some run blocking. He still has some hands. This is the prototype for Stanford tight ends. Additionally, we're getting in the race here for Cliff Kumar. Cal's still in the front, but we put in a visit for week 8, so that should help us out. We are also looking at Chad Lloyd as well, just to have as many options as possible. At a lot of other spots, like here at running back with James Bartow, we have moved into the hard sell portion of our recruiting. So that is going really well. Yazzie is another one. Talked about the tight end. Offensive line, Devin Bostic would be a huge gain for us. A 4-star gem. So really need to make sure we bring him in. The guards, there is some competition starting to form there. We're still putting a little bit in, but they are just depth. They'd be down the line kind of starters. At center, Maza, another one who is into that hard sell. Shepard, we're still keeping an eye on because he is a gem 2-star, but still he's not that big of a worry for us. Another one who is a big worry though for us, a gem 4-star here in Rashawn Bynum for the defensive line. We've got to work at that spot. Willingham, obviously at the start of this episode, did decide, still going after Steven Tyler. It's a very tight race for several teams, so we're putting as many points in as possible with the hard sell. Terrence Poe, we're doing great with. He's another one in the hard sell. And the corners, doing pretty well with. Both are into that hard sell. And lastly, with the safety in Cobbs, we are there as well. So while obviously wasn't the result we were looking for today, it was our best game yet, which is great because next time we travel once again all the way across the US to face one of our oldest rivalries. I want to say from the 1930s, early 1930s, maybe even late 1920s. Notre Dame, Stanford. They are 4-1. They're the 11th ranked team. We are 0-5, one of the worst teams statistically in college football, so we need to bounce back, and a huge rivalry game could spark the second half of our season. So make sure you stick around, hit that bell icon in the bottom right, or scroll down, hit that sub button, and definitely tap the bell icon so you're notified of when these videos go live. This series every single Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Back again over to Madden tomorrow, every Tuesday, Thursday. Really state-only challenge. And it was nice to see us drop a 40 bomb on someone. It would have been better to pick up the win.